trying to get the old gang back together again.
We haven't done this in a long time.
Your fans never left you. The world hasn't forgotten.
Sure, it's impossible, but we've got to try. It's time to play the music.
It's time to light the lights.
It's time to meet the Muppets.
Yes! Come on, guys, let's go!
Wow, I can't believe we're all back together.
Yeah!
Sorry, I was super excited.
The Muppets have always been about artistic integrity, not cheap tricks.
Check it out. Fart shoes.
This is going to be a really short movie.
Hear what anybody says. I believe in you. And you.
Mana do 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 do. Hi guys, and welcome once again to Gunther's Film Review. Pardon me for torturing you with my terrible voice and very off-putting timing, but I am of course singing a song that was produced and sung by some fuzzy felt characters that we all know and love. I am of course talking about the Muppets. Without spoiling too much, the Muppets is essentially a tale of getting the band back together for one last show, and it tells the tale of Walter, Gary and Mary, who come across the Muppet Studios, discover it's in disrepair and it's wanting to be bought out by a greedy oil baron. So they try and reunite the Muppets and get them to do one last show to raise the money to buy the studio back, and it's as simple as that in terms of plot. But hey, what Muppet movie hasn't been that simple in terms of plot? I don't think you could criticise it for that at all. I think the writers of this, who have included the star of the Muppets, Jason Segel, have approached the material in such a way that you can tell that they love the Muppets. They must have lived and breathed it when they were children, as many of us did in our generation, and they clearly have a very marked respect for the source material. They understand the Muppets, they understand their humour, and it truly is a fantastic little film, and it's so great to just see these characters on our screens again, making us all laugh out loud. I think that's a terrific achievement, and Segel really does need to have a medal for that, because he really has done a cracking job. But anyway, in terms of the Muppets themselves, I mean, full of that subversive humour that you've known and loved, but in addition to that, some terrific musical numbers that obviously the Muppets were famous for in their early days. Music has to go to Bret McKenzie, as you can probably see pointing at the piano in the background. He is obviously one from the duo of Flight of the Conchords. His quirky, strange music laced with subversion is perfectly suited for the Muppets. All the numbers in the film are absolutely cracking. You'll want to sing along to them, not least of which is Man or Muppet, which has obviously been nominated for an Oscar, and it should win. We should all get behind it and make it win. It's a fantastic song. And, you know, hats off to him, a terrific job there. I mean, other parts of the film, I think some of the cameos are fantastic, and they're just what the Muppets are about. You know, if you'd watched the Muppet Show when you were a kid, they obviously had celebrity hosts and cameos throughout, you know, as part of sketches. Truly, you can tell they're enjoying themselves and laughing their heads off whilst they're doing it, and, you know, that's what the Muppets are all about, fun, joy, as I've said, and I really cannot say any more than that about it. So what else could I say about the film? Well, before I start, obviously I'm wearing a Cookie Monster hat from Sesame Street, but I do feel it's tapping in with my love for the felt characters that are the Muppets. But anyway, what else did I love about the film? I love the cameos, celebrity cameos. I thought were fantastic. They were well thought out and well placed. Didn't oversaturate the film at all and didn't outstay their welcome. Really do credit Jason Segel for that there. I thought that the nature of the nostalgia within the film was perfect and warranted. It was done with such sincerity and warmth that you fully embraced the story and the characters, and they really did do a fantastic job. Criticisms of the film, if there are any, I suppose the only criticism I've got is product placement. Now, I do appreciate product placement has become ubiquitous within films, but it really does annoy me that Disney now obviously own the rights to the Muppets, but they've sort of peppered the film with very subversive product placement. I really do hate it. I mean, for one example, there's a fireworks display within the film, and you actually see fireworks done in the shape of Mickey Mouse's head. And it's only an outline, but it's there, and I just think it's cynical. I don't think it needs to be there at all, and there shouldn't be any place for it. But it seems that Disney wanted that to happen. Other examples is you see a Cars 2 poster and a WALL-E poster. I love WALL-E, but I don't want to see Disney pepper a Muppets movie with Disney references just to sell more merchandise to children. I just think that's cynical. The Muppets franchise itself will sell enough merchandise, so I don't see the reason why they need to do that. But anyway, that's not necessarily a criticism of the film. It's a criticism of the people who produce it, which, you know, I've got no time for that. But anyway, what would I give it as a score? Well, I think it is bloody fantastic. So on that note, I'm going to give it a whopping 5 out of 5. Next week, I'll be talking about the Oscars and the awards which are taking place this Sunday. You know the drill by now, guys. Take a look at my blog or subscribe to my channel. But it leaves me to say, have a great week, and I'll see you soon.